Alright you guys, and welcome back to a brand new sculpting video. And this is gonna be part 2 of me creating iconic game characters. And right now I'm taking a thirsty look on my desk, but there seems to be none. So I asked myself, where's my water? Which coincidentally is gonna be the first game of this video. Now, to be totally honest with you guys, neither has the younger nor the current version of myself ever played this game. But for reasons I do not fully understand, whenever I think of iconic games of the early 2010s, this oddly shaped cartoon crocodile keeps popping up in my head. So, similar to the situation I find myself in sitting in front of another pot of ice cream, I do not really have a choice here. So naturally I have to devour another 1200 calories, or in this case, sculpt the croc from Where's My Water. And after making his top and body, I'm now working on his head. Well, I guess we're done with the head, so now it's time to make him some hands and feet. Said limbs will then get attached to his insane frame. And after placing and blending them in like it's nothing, I can grab his big front heavy head and connect it to the body as well. And that's my croc done, which means I can now place him into the bathtub, making sure he's comfortable of course. And I guess I fooled you since he's not even done yet, since he's missing elongated wiener marketed as his tail, but I think the designers knew what they were doing. Anyways, after adding those dull purple spikes to the so-called tail, my croc and top are done, which means it's now time to get started working on the shower head. Before getting to the head though, I have to make the shower neck, hump, body. I don't know, I'm not a plumber. But how'd you call the thing holding up the head? Anyways, with the shower fully sculpted, I can add some lighter green dots onto his arms, which I forgot earlier. And since every rational and clear-minded person, and crocodile I suppose, must have a bath buddy, I'll be making our friend the rubber ducky you can also see in the game. And with that, the sculpting of my first bathroom diorama is done. And I know that the plot of the game is the crocodile not having any water, but since this is my channel and I can do pretty much whatever the fuck I want, I'll be adding some water regardless, using some blue paint and UV resin, which I'll use to connect the cute duck to the model. And that's our first character done, so 2 more to go. And whoops. And I'm in desperate need of touching some grass, since the next game of choice takes place in a garden. And I'm of course talking about Plants vs Zombies, or PvZ as the OGs refer to it, since I myself did sweat my crack off playing this game as a kid. And after making quick work of adding the remaining flower petals, I can then make the 4 bottom leaves which my flower is sprouting from, placing them on a pile of dirt for added stability. Finally, I'll be making the stem, connecting the pile with the head. And after covering the backside of the flower, I can press my head in place. And that's my PvC sunflower done, which means we're now onto the final character of today's video. And I'll be honest with you, since I'm running out of time to get this video out, I chose the final character to be a simple yet iconic villain of the early 2010s. And since in part 1 of this series I made the red angry bird from, well, Angry Birds, the only logical thing to do now is turn to the dark side and make one of the pigs. And with red being pretty powerful, I wanted to keep it fair, so I made a buffed pig with a helmet. Anyways, after removing the first attempt of a nose, since those nostrils were just way too big, I added a better version of the nose, surrounding it with 2 white balls, working as his eyes, and after adding some straps on the helmet and some pupils, my third iconic game character is complete. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I have to say, making those game characters is a lot of fun for me. So let me know down below which characters you want to see for a potential part 3 of this series. And right now you can also see the characters from part 1, so make sure to check that video out as well. And although I still don't know where my water is, I do know where my subscribe button is, so please press it, baby. And I'll see y'all in the next one. And I love y'all.